Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to our last episode of You Can Grow for this season. It's been fun. May has just gone by so quickly, and it's been a crazy time at the greenhouses, even more so than normal for May, but it's been a good one. So I hope that we've given you something that will help you to be a more productive gardener and enjoy maybe the projects that you have at hand. And so today we're kind of just wrapping up a little bit. We're not really talking about anything specifically related to growing, but we're actually going to be talking more about community. And just give you a little bit of history firstly to kind of start things off today. Schmidt Greenhouse has been around since the late 1940s. Holly and I are third generation growers here at the greenhouse. My mom and dad, Ken and Liz, grew for quite a few years, and my grandfather started the operation up shortly after World War II. So, just as a little bit of history, if you come into the greenhouse, you can see some pictures around the greenhouse, but here's a bunch of my grandfather's brothers that came across from Denmark back in the pre-war era, and a bunch of them started to settle in, and eventually some of them started to create Schmidt greenhouses. And so we're very fortunate to be part of that and that heritage. And any of you have been around for a few years, this might look familiar. Probably not to most of you. As a young person, I saw this out the backyard of our house, but this is the greenhouses where they used to be up on Casimir Avenue. And so back since the 1940s, we've had a flower shop there and a greenhouse. So we've been growing for a long time, and out of that, there's been a lot of knowledge that's been passed down. And so we're very fortunate, Holly and I, to have a pretty good heritage of what we've been able to look back on. I've got some notes from in the 60s and 70s of what people were planting and how they were planting it, and it's pretty neat to have that access to something like that. And it makes it a lot easier as well. And so as you continue to learn to grow, you're going to need some community to help you out as well. And certainly there's some great things out there. There's YouTube, there's all sorts of online resources, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But there's also lots of resources right around town that we can plug into. So we want to highlight some of those. There's some fantastic people that we've met over the years, and they've been really kind of beneficial to us, so we want to support them as well.
Absolutely.
So Holly's going to talk a little bit about that, and then we'll pass it over.
Yeah, it's a real pleasure to meet and greet people here at the greenhouse every season, and certainly we have some regulars that are in sometimes 2 and 3 and 4 times a week, even not just once or twice a season. A lot of those people are involved in some of these other organizations and communities outside of just coming here and buying their plants. But the Hort Society is one that we've gotten to know fairly well. We don't necessarily attend their meetings, but we certainly love to host them once a year. Unfortunately, this year being what it is, we weren't able to do that. But Joyce Blagden is in here regularly, and she's one of our earliest customers and looking for her growing supplies and things. And so she's been a treat just to have around regularly. And she's the sorry, I'm not sure what her title is.
Len is the president.
Oh,
Her
Len
husband,
is the president. Okay. Anyway, she's in here all the time, which is fantastic, and so she's a great resource. And the Hort Society themselves have a Facebook page, so if you're looking for a little bit more information, they do more than just meet once a month. Right now they are not meeting because of the COVID-19 issues, of course, but typically they meet once a month. And they also do plant sales early in the spring usually, and as well as the garden tours in the area. So if you want more information about that, certainly check out their Facebook page. The other person that we do know well from the Hort Society is Kathy McConaughey, and she is the vice president, I believe, and she actually works for us. So she's a real treat to have around as well. The other highlight that we wanted to promote a little bit was the community garden. It's a great little place downtown in Dryden, and lots of opportunity there to be able to garden with other people, learn from other people, meet other people. This year they are filled up, so there is not anything available at this point, but being this late in the season, of course, that's as to be expected. But they do have a waiting list, and as well as a Facebook page. So if you're interested in getting a little plot there, or sharing a plot down there, getting a group of people together to share a plot, that's a great opportunity as well. And again, just check out their Facebook page.
Yeah, I think they said they open up 5 or 10 new plots every year that become open. So certainly if you're interested, yeah, give them a call or check out their Facebook.
And the other thing that we just really wanted to highlight is the farmers market. They definitely are opening up this year, which is wonderful news. They'll be at the Oxford Hall every Saturday, starting next Saturday, June the 13th, and through to the end of September. Certainly that's a fantastic way to purchase wonderful fresh produce right from people's gardens, and another great community just to be able to have conversation about gardening and vegetables and various other items as well. That was my introduction to the best summer squash, in my professional opinion, the patty pan, and I'm so grateful for those people who grow that. I'm really looking forward to spending some time out there again this summer. We certainly meet family there regularly and enjoy their pancake breakfast. I'm not sure if they're doing that portion of it, so maybe not the pancake breakfast this year, but certainly try to get out to those things and support the local people that are growing and wanting to supply you with fresh produce.
Yeah, a lot of those people have been growing for years and have lots of knowledge, but there's lots of people that are fairly new too and really are learning very quickly. So again, a great community to be part of, and just to ask questions and be willing to chat about things horticultural. All right, anything else? The Egg Society is not running this year. We talked to them earlier, and unfortunately the fall fair is not a go. But if you are at all interested in the future, they do have lots of competitions that they have, and if you've been to the fall fair, there's some pretty neat displays of everything, including horticultural and gardening products. So certainly keep that into mind for the years ahead. All right, we've covered pretty much everything. I know there's something that we missed, and I apologize if we have. And certainly if you're one that knows of something that we need to share, certainly let us know so we can put that out there. But off the top of our heads, those are the ones that came to mind really quickly. So I did mention, yes, there's YouTube, and there's you can Google a whole whack of different things. There are lots of online opportunities. Some of them are just quick and free. Some of them you may want, if you're interested in doing something more formal. There are some certificates and there are some diplomas out there that you can do online. One of our staff is currently doing an online program through the University of Guelph, and they do have, if you go look on their website, they have some new certificate programs, and they do have their typical diplomas as well. There's Master Gardener programs for some of you who really want to step it up and really get into the nitty-gritty of gardening and horticulture. There's a number of Master Gardener programs across the country. Royal Roads University actually has a number of online courses, and I was just taking a look at those recently, and there's some interesting looking courses, some on gardening and some on more specialized things. So certainly take advantage of them. There's lots of free online resources as well, so you certainly don't have to sign up for a course that you have to pay for, but take a look, and you can certainly get a lot of questions answered very quickly. But at the same time, there's nothing like sitting and chatting with somebody who has a lot of knowledge and knows exactly what you're talking about. And so if you bring in that plant, somebody can take a look at it and let you know what's wrong. That's something that's hard to do over the internet. All right, so by the way, one last thing. If you are struggling with Plant ID, I'll put a plug in for PlantSnap. I actually used it for my one of my grade 9 science classes. We're using it for identifying some native species and invasive species. So PlantSnap's a great little app for your phone if you're struggling to identify whether it's a weed or whether it's a tree or a shrub or a perennial. Give it a try. Yeah, it's a free download. So plug in for PlantSnap. Yeah, and so lastly, I guess we just want to say thank you for a great season. It's been fantastic. Despite all the craziness that's going on with COVID, we just want to thank our customers for being fantastic. It's been it's been really smooth in here. We haven't had any issues with overcrowding, and people have been very patient, and we just want to thank you for that and just for supporting us. We've pretty much run out of a lot of product by early June, and that's good for us, not for you. And we're doing the best that we can to keep things stocked up for June, but certainly come out and take a look and chat with us, and hopefully we can meet some more of your gardening needs through the rest of the summer.
Yeah, that being said, we certainly still have a vegetable house full of things that you can experiment with if you're an early new gardener. And lots of tomatoes and lots of cabbages and things like that you can, cucumbers, all of those things that you've been looking for. We've been certainly trying to keep seeding and reseeding, and so we still have availability on those things. And again, just keep experimenting, and trial and error is the best educator. Certainly that's how I've learned in this business that was not my original family business. It is now my extended family business, and it's been a pleasure.
All right, so enjoy your summer, happy gardening, and remember that you can grow. Okay, we'll see you soon.